Actually, let's back that up real quick. On 68, is everyone there?
I am, personally.
Can we not shitpost and only Warlog?
Sorry.
Don't get it twisted. I'm all for shitposting, but like, just not while we're trying to do this.
Oh no, we have a channel just for that.
Yeah, there's an entire channel for that bullshit.
Have we?
We do.
A part of me knew that you were looking for that video, Habo. Deep down somewhere, I knew your silence was looking for the video link.
It's like you know him.
Okay, before we move on, I'm going to type up a quick list of what your standard kit looks like now, and then we'll be adding to it.
Okay. I've got the digital PDF up. I can just, if you're just going to be writing down that universal standard kit, I can copy paste that into Discord or something.
Hey,
Yeah, do that, but then I'm going to, yeah, go ahead and throw that into the log, and then I'll add the other items that come from being light infantry.
Okay.
so Yorn, before we move on, you should probably look at that little paragraph of additional equipment on page 68.
What about it?
It's like 30 points.
Right. Right. We, like I said, I haven't brought us there yet. So I just wanted to get the universal down. Then there's additional equipment for being a light infantry regiment that gets added to your universal thing, and then we're gonna add the 32 points worth of gear.
Yeah, Hojo.
Okay.
Give
I
me
like
program.
You can go fuck yourself, say. Don't you laugh at my insult. I
Fuck
meant
you,
to hurt
nerd.
you.
Suck my gooch.
No,
It is fresh and salty.
you are wrong in both aspects.
I can't actually confirm, but I got a suspicion.
I asked your wife.
My wife does not tongue my gooch.
I have no idea what y'all do, but she would know.
She would know what we do, but I doubt she would know the taste of my gooch.
I never brought up taste.
Salty is a taste.
Salty.
If we ever get to the situation where we know we're going to be rolling a lot of characters, I like the idea of everyone making a bunch of character sheets and then just we'll save them in a random file, and if your character dies you pick a character from the top of the pile regardless if you made it or not. I can imagine, like, I want to do that and then make a random Christopher Walken character. So someone's going to come out and just be like, oh my god.
Sounds like a party game.
I swear, man, it's only a matter of time before I make a Christopher Walken character in one of these RPGs. I thought about doing it in Cyberpunk. That way my wife can't stop me doing the accent. Because it's part of the
Until he
game.
gets killed.
That's how I get killed and divorced, yeah, that's true.
You'll get shot by a commissar.
I keep swords and broken in the house, I'll probably get stabbed through the back of the face.
I am so glad we get a uniform, a standard issue kit.
Okay, the list I just posted is sort of the standard with the light infantry and the universal standard.
Okay.
So
do
you get a lot.
Do you want me to delete the one I've got above it?
Yeah, if you could.
Yep. Eventually. There we go.
Okay.
I got two frag-
Next step, going through the guardsman kit. Favored weapons. You pick one basic weapon and one heavy weapon to be your favored weapon, and you just get a bonus when you try to requisition them.
Ooh.
I'm,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing your basic weapon's probably going to be the las carbine.
Is there a melee? Is there a sword of any kind there that I can choose as a favored weapon?
This is for the regiment, not individual character.
It's got to be basic, so like two-handed ranged weapon.
Yeah, sword.
No,
Hold it
sword's
with
a
your
melee.
hands and you can throw it pretty far.
Sword is a melee class.
Aw.
You madman.
And if you have a big enough sword.
Are we gonna
Oh.
roll in this one as well, or?
There's too many options to roll on this
Okay.
one. So the requirements are both weapons must be very rare or more available. So they can't be rarer than very rare.
And is this from the list on page 69?
No, these weapons are straight out of the armory on page 174.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, we can get a plasma gun for that thing.
Is a laslock like a bolt action las gun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, dude, have you not heard of the Praetorians?
Oh man,
God.
I know. Yeah, I have heard the name. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's their pith helmet Africa, British Africa Corps
Yeah,
versus savage orcs.
like the Boer War.
Yeah.
Oh no way. I want to choose Laslock as the regiment gun, guys, because that means we'll go through characters quickly. It's unreliable.
So you need to pick. If you look on the table 6-9 of ranged weapons, it says under class. It says basic or heavy. You need to pick one of basic and one of heavy to be your favorite weapons.
Okay.
Aren't laslocks more powerful than regular las guns though?
No.
I know they
Like
shoot
one
slower.
extra damage.
It deals one additional damage, but it's also unreliable.
And it has less range.
And it's only got one in the clip.
So we always have bayonets ready.
Yeah.
We all are ready to turn to mush.
I am voting our basic for Laslock. Fuck it. That's my
Wow.
vote. If we're still rolling it, we all pick a vote and then we can just roll on the fucking vote. So don't pick the same ones and we can roll on it.
What's
True.
the
Hold on.
gun?
Because, like, the actual musket is an option.
What?
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, is there a musket?
Yeah, there's a musket. It's an actual musket.
Hang on. Back up. The difficulty with a musket is you're from an imperial world where they have technology.
It can be an outdated imperial world.
What are you
Not if
trying
our
to say?
pedants. Not if our planet's penance is just to provide troops.
Yeah, that's true. Our planets are just told to give them bodies, not weapons.
Here, go
Where's this
behind
musket?
the line.
I can't see the musket here.
It's under low tech weapons.
175.
Oh, the next
Yeah,
page.
but-
Okay.
Oh yeah, flintlock musket. Oh my god.
I think when we were, I think when we were rolling for world, isn't feudal world possibility? So
Just
It
wanna
is,
take a
yes.
sling.
yeah, so like if we're gonna follow with what our world has, I don't think we can come from a regular imperial world with muskets.
But we can with Laslock.
Yes.
I'd vote for the bullpup lasgun. That seems pretty interesting.
For the what?
The bullpup lasgun.
If you're gonna go with viability, can't really beat the hot shot.
Alright, so let's see. I'm just gonna do a note on my Discord. I'm not gonna post it, but so Laslock is one. What did you say you wanted to vote for the basic guys?
Bullpup lasgun.
If I spell that, where is it? Bullpup. Okay.
Bullpup.
Bullpup Las is 2. What you voting for, Havel? Or Hojo?
Oh, I wasn't voting for anything. This is you guys. I'm trying to stay out of this as much as possible.
Alright, Hojo, what you voting? For a basic one, not heavy. Or if you're still choosing, Havel, have you got an idea?
Is he there?
Havel?
We could. I still think the best weapon though would be the sling. You know, they just throw rocks at him.
I saw Bola there. We don't even have to kill her. We could just fucking tie their feet and then just I'll jump on them.
We can get crossbows. Just be. Oh, we could be like skirmishers. If you think about it, we all get bows. Just
No.
be skirmishers.
I do honestly the idea. Don't think we should do it this time, but the idea for something in the future, I do quite like the idea of medieval feudal world and just going, old school on 40k enemies.
I'm
You
back.
just have
Hey.
a normal sword with a flintlock pistol.
That would be good, man. I'd love it. And we do.
Well, it would be that versus like savage orcs,
We
right?
could.
Dude, that would.
Oh no, it wouldn't
Could
have
be
to,
an
man. We
interesting
could go
mission.
against proper arcs. Let's go against a fucking war
Go
truck.
against Necron.
No, fuck Necron. Like a fucking blood axe 40k orc with buggies and stuff. And you're running along, fucking horse and carriage, or fuck it, pirate ship.
Stop
Oh my
now.
God.
Pirate
It's like,
ship. on a
have you guys
full-
ever thought about doing fantasy? Nah, we just play fantasy characters in 40k.
Yeah, and only war get absolutely trashed.
What
We
the
we
fuck
start
did
we
I
start the
miss?
mission by rolling up 50 characters each and then just go at it.
Apparently, we're using flintlocks and sabers.
That's retarded.
We're not. We've got we're all gonna pick a basic weapon. So far, if we roll, it's gonna be a D4. So Laslock is 1, Bullpup Las is 2. We need a basic from both Havel and Hojo.
Well, oh man. Ah.
I know it's a hard choice, man.
You're gonna say like auto guns so we can get the AP rounds on it or whatever.
I did want that, but since we're behind enemy lines, that's fucking stupid. Let's see.
Are we behind enemy lines?
We're like light infantry, aren't we?
Yeah,
I
you
like
are
the
light
idea.
infantry.
That's just
Um,
flanking and stuff, though, isn't it?
Is the last carbine a common one? Like common one?
Yeah.
Well, no. So the thing about your standard kit, right, is that what that represents is anything that you can just whenever you return to base, you can get without an issue.
Oh yeah,
So, like,
Las Carbines there is a basic class, just 2 above Laslock.
Right, but what I'm saying is
We already
that
have.
since you're a light infantry regiment, whenever you return to your base camp or wherever the munitorum is, the armory, they'll just give you another one if you lose it. The last carbine, I mean. If the favored weapon is supposed to be like the special weapon that your regiment's known for, not necessarily just the last carbine.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
So, for instance, I mean, you'll have you can play a heavy trooper from any regiment that has like a flamethrower, but that regiment will be known for, say, like its auto guns or its heavy bolters. Does that make sense?
So right now we're choosing our basic class one. We've got 2. You guys got an idea?
I don't know. I don't have the list in front of me, so
Oh, it's page 174.
I don't have the book in front of me. So
Why not? Do you need me to send it to you?
I guess yes.
See, I think the sensible thing would be the melted gun. Close range, high damaging, all that good shit.
But being known for the melta gun,
I think so.
I have I'm PMing you the link.
But Meltagun's very rare, so doesn't it have to be like lower than
No,
that?
it has to be very rare or less, like very rare or more available.
Okay, never mind then.
Wait, what is that for? Is that for the basic?
Mhm.
Okay.
But really, what I want is the hot shot las gun.
So you want to choose the hot shot las gun?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put that in. So the hot shot las gun is 3.
It's like we all have last locks, but every once in a while,
No, y'all have las carbines.
last carbine. Sorry.
Just to point out, a normal bolt gun does qualify.
Uh.
Yeah. I don't think we should do that. The standard bolt guns are, as we've looked into the lore, are only for like experienced veteran troops, like hero awarded sergeants and stuff. Also, wouldn't the las carbine be replaced by the whatever we roll here? Like, say we got las lock.
No.
Yeah.
I believe it'd be easier to acquire, but not guaranteed.
Correct.
Okay, well, is there any point in choosing las lock then? Because I mean, if we have a las
No.
carbine, it's not like we'll be using las lock at all.
The point is, you'll be a silly, dumb goofball, and you'll be having fun. God damn it.
Well, no,
Sure.
because if I've got, I would love to use las lock, but if I've got a better gun, I'm going to use it because of course you're going to use the better gun. You'd never use the las lock, is it?
Show up to the armory and you're like, hey, I know I have this las carbine, but give me a bow and arrow.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So one of the things it does point out is that, so for instance, let's say you become a heavy gunner, right? You become a machine gunner. You're expected to maintain your main issued weapon, which is your las carbine, as well as your heavy weapon. Or if someone were to pick up like a plasma gun, same thing. So everyone gets issued that rifle regardless of their specialization. And then, if I remember correctly, picking the certain specialization gives you a specific heavy weapon or specialist weapon.
Well, could maybe we do something that if we get something like if we roll a las lock or something, could we maybe switch it out with a las carbine? Because it still wouldn't make if you're just a grunt, even it doesn't matter if you're heavy or grunt or whatever you are. If you've got a las carbine, you're not going to use a worse weapon. Like, so if we chose bow and arrow, you're never going to use a bow and arrow unless it's just for lols, rather than.
Well, that's the thing, because the whole point of this is that, all right, pick one of those rare weapons. That rare weapon is now slightly more available. That's it. That's all this is really for.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm going to point out is so for the heavy gunner class, right? Your starting specialist equipment is common craftsmanship missile launcher with 5 frag missiles, or a common craftsmanship heavy stubber, or a common craftsmanship regimental favored heavy weapon.
And Hojo, you said it makes it more readily available, but we'd always get a las carbine replaced anyway, so it's never going to be as readily available. It can be just as readily available or more readily available than the carbine, but we're still always going to use the las carbine.
Right.
Well,
so so Saint, what you've played the tabletop, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the favorite basic weapon, at least from my reading of the rules, is supposed to be like flamer or melt-a-gun or plasma gun or bolter for Imperial Guard, let's say. The favorite heavy is what it says on the tin. You know, is your regiment known for its heavy flamers or its multi-meltas or its heavy bolters or its, missile launchers or what have you. So taking something like a las carbine or something like that for your favored basic weapon doesn't make much sense. But if you change it to sort of like your favorite exotic weapon, multi-melta flamer, that kind of thing, it makes a bit more sense that way, at least to me.
Yeah, it's the Laslock idea. I thought I liked the idea as though that's what we were conscripted with, but there's no point in choosing the Laslock if we've got a better gun given to us anyway. On top of that,
Well, I mean, like, there would be regiments that do have fucking Laslock as their favorite weapon. The
Yeah,
thing
but
is, it wouldn't last very long.
but it's not us. That's the thing. Regardless of what happens, all I'm saying is we're given a better gun than a Laslock, so there's no point in me choosing that to put in the roll.
Yes.
Well, I mean, look, if you've really got your boner set on the Laslock, what we can do is change the light infantry to just, that's what you're given, is the Laslock instead of the las carbine. I mean, I as the DM don't really have an issue with that. I just from up until this point, we've just been going as is out of the core rulebook.
Yeah.
We don't have to pick the last one. We really don't.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can keep it in, and if everyone's fine with it, if it does roll on a 1 and we do get a Laslock, we can switch out the last carbine for the last lock.
Or we could not include the last lock.
Yeah, we could, yeah. That is also an option. But what's the bullpup las? Is that similar or?
It's basically just a better las carbine.
Yep.
Okay, well that's okay. Then we've also got the hotshot las gun, and we're still waiting for one from Havel.
And hotshot would be an even shorter range las gun with penetration.
Well, in that case, I'll leave. If we keep it all as good guns, but then if we roll a 1, we can switch up our las carbine for the las locks.
Okay, I mean, grenade launchers are also an option.
He's like, you could take a good weapon.
I'm just trying to because what I've heard from everyone is like, well, what if we get another rifle? Right, like regardless of what it is, it's like, what if look, we've all got M4s, but what if we also had M14s?
What if we had a musket too?
Yeah, a musket.
Hey guys, we all got M16s, right? But what happens if we had a musket?
If we had a musket, we could tape it to our las rifles.
An underbarrel crossbow.
Choose a flavor.
That's actually a thing in Dark Heresy.
Choose a flavor.
Oh yeah, there's the fucking bolters with the
witch hunter bolters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Choose a flavor.
Yeah, we should probably do
guys, ultimately, this is your funeral.
We're still gonna. Yeah.
It's goddamn melt-a-gun.
It's our funeral if we get our 1. It's pretty much it. Havel, what's your choice for your first basic? It's again page 174 if you still haven't found it. Are you there, Havel?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Hold on.
Oh, you're killing me, buddy.
What about stub revolvers?
You're the man, baby.
No.
You motherfucker. Why is a Stormbolter a thing? What?
I don't know, man. It's retarded. It's fucking retarded. Just imagine it's on a fucking tripod.
You guys are stressing way too much over this bolter thing.
It's wrong.
We know
wrong.
We're stressing too much about this basic weapon thing.
We know they're civilian models. I swear we do, but
I guess I will throw up the flamer.
Okay, nice. Okay, so do you want to roll a d4, Feljorn? 1 Laslock, 2 is Bullpup Las, 3 is Hotshot Las, and 4 is Flamer.
Or should I do heavy flamer? I mean,
there you go.
I don't have what
I got a 4.
Okay, so Flamer.
Alright, now we gotta do the exact same thing, but with a heavy weapon. I'm throwing the vote for autocannon.
So 1 is
autocannon as well.
I know, different stuff.
Nope, 2 votes autocannon.
Choose your different stuff.
2 autocannons. Versus 1. 1 for every... No. Hold one in your teeth.
Let's see, so this is for heavy. Okay. What's a battle cannon?
That's a vehicle.
Oh,
it's a vehicle weapon.
I was like, is that...
I was gonna say, what? Earthshaker cannon.
Yeah, just get the Earthshaker.
Vehicle.
You can't go wrong with the Earthshaker.
I mean, can you carry 800 kilograms?
I'm sure you could.
Is there a proper old school cannon?
The autocannon?
No, I mean a proper cannon, like a carrot.
No.
Black powder.
Well, let's look at the
heavy stubber.
weapon.
Is that your vote, Havel?
Well, there's a mortar.
No.
Okay.
There's a mortar.
Mortar is very IG. We're light infantry, though.
But like we're behind enemy lines. Yeah, give bucket. Give mortar. We'll be support where we shouldn't be. Yeah.
Well, they'll expect mortars to be coming from the enemy lines, not their own lines.
So is that a
That's
vote
true.
for? Is that a vote for mortar?
I mean, I'm not voting for it.
Okay.
It's still not a good idea, but
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Multi-Balsa.
You've already voted.
Heavy flamer.
What is
Plasma cannon.
what is the plasma gun count as? Is that the
That's basic.
oh okay.
yeah, there's a plasma cannon though.
Plasma cannon, is that rare or very rare
I
though?
think it's extremely rare.
You can,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I say you can pick very rare. You can't pick extremely rare.
Hunter
Yeah, we
killer
could do
missiles.
multi-melta either.
I'm just gonna start saying shit now. Inferno cannon.
What's the Ripper gun again?
That's the
It's
Ogre gun.
It's the
Yeah.
it's like an AA-12.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's the
Alright,
one.
I'm gonna say multi-melta then. If no one said it
Extremely
yet.
rare.
So two
Nano
is more.
cannon.
Oh, that is extremely rare.
I think it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Heavy bolter.
Didn't you already vote?
Yeah, he's already voted.
Hell
He's just
yeah.
saying.
Is there not just like a normal las gun?
Multi.
only
What?
see-
Why do you need a normal las gun? We're picking heavy weapons.
Or sorry, I'm not las gun. I mean, what's the
M41 multi laser.
las cannon? Yeah.
Yeah, las cannons are a thing.
What about Ripper guns?
You're not organ sized.
That's Ogre.
Ripper guns.
Those
Well,
are the
not-
ones. Those are the ones that back up as a club for when the Ogre freaks out and stops firing it.
Correct. The heavy stubber. Actually, I would like
You
heavy.
have to be an ogre to use one though?
Yeah, I think it's too big.
What about the heavy bolter? That's too big too.
No,
If
no,
I
because
could
a heavy
tripod.
bolt. A guard has a heavy bolter either on wheels or on some kind of tripod type thing.
So let's get this club that doubles as a shotgun and put it on wheels.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna put a vote towards the las cannon.
I'm gonna say missile launcher.
Wait, what did I vote for?
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Autocannon. I mean, I want to put 2 votes towards autocannon. 'cause I love auto.
So missile launcher. Oh, kind of. What was the other one? Last kind.
I'm sorry, Philyorn.
And I was going to choose auto.
Yeah, I want to put it. We should just do
Wait,
autocannon.
no, heavy stubber. I'll choose a heavy stubber.
You can't.
I
Wait,
said
Probably
missile
shouldn't do
launcher.
that.
Fucking.
It's not ogre only, but no.
Just do like heavy bolter.
Yeah, pick heavy bolter.
Or like heavy flamer or something like that.
Okay, yeah, we haven't got the heavy bolt. I'll choose
Okay,
heavy
so
bolt.
hang on. So you guys already have a flamer as your specialty weapon. Just
Yeah.
as it.
Oh, yeah.
FYI.
So right, so we need a D4 Feldjorn. 1 is an autocannon, 2 is a missile launcher, 3 is a last cannon, and 4 is a heavy bolt.
Okay, hang on. I think my D4s are broken. 1 second. Okay, no, I just rolled 3 4s in a row.
Okay,
apparently.
so that's a heavy bolter.
So we're basically playing Catachans, is what I'm saying.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Oh, we don't come from a death world. Rattlings it is.
Wait, cat.
Rattlings of the heavy bolters.
Wait, no,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
no, it's still. I'd say flamers and heavy bolters is also Catachani.
Yeah, it is.
The only thing we're missing is an autocannon as well as a heavy bolter.
I just like the idea of a rattling kind of riding a heavy bolter into battle.
For some reason, when I heard Catachan, I thought Cadian. For some reason, I'm not sure. I don't want to be Catachan. I want to be Cadian. I want to be the meat shield.
You want to be a rattling and you want to like it.
Right, so what we're
What
rolling
you
on now?
want.
What's the next step? We're getting there.
Okay, so now that we have our favorite weapons, thank God.
I know. Hey, it would have been 3 times as long if we were all like talking about what we were going to actually choose. If this roll wasn't there, we'd still be picking like uniforms.
Yeah.
Okay,
us-
so here's the fun part.
It took
You
us like 2
guys
hours.
have 32 points to spend, and you need to spend it all on table 2-6,
Table 2-6. What page is that?
which is page
Uh,
69.
Add an additional knife and pick that 5 times.
Can we get a grappling hook?
Is this
That's
32?
sensible, though.
Check. Is this 32 points each or 32 points for all?
No. This is 32 points for the regiment. What you're doing is you're adding additional equipment to your universal loadout.
Okay. Do they have a sword?
No, but you can. I'm
Something
not mistaken.
to keep in mind. Look at the very last two options. There is one extra favored basic weapon and one extra favored heavy weapon. Just for note, but it costs quite a lot.
We could just add like,
Um,
weapons, technically.
can I suggest adding a chrono to our standard kit?
A chrono, a grapnel, and a micro bead would not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
What's a chrono?
A watch.
Like a watch.
We're not going to be living for long enough to check the time.
We're just
Okay,
sitting there
so-
like bleeding out. We're like, hey, what time is it? Oh, I don't...
Time to leave.
So
Bye.
chrono. 2 points. What was the other suggestion?
A grapnel.
A grapple.
Grapnel.
How many?
5 points.
Oof.
A micro bead.
A micro.
Micro bead.
How much?
8 points.
8 points.
Alright, let me have a gander because I haven't even had a proper look at this. Let's see.
My God, we could get pick recorder as our standard equipment. We could be the embedded film crew.
No. What the fuck is a micro bead?
I volunteered to do this. Why do you people hate me?
Hey, we spent like at the start of our like 2 Death Watch missions ago. I think we spent basically the entire session in the armory taking equipment.
Yeah,
It was like 3 hours. It was
it was painful.
Great.
I'd have just had you show up to the battle zone like 3 days after the fight was over.
Use your
They
shit.
took so long on my Death Watch campaign that I had the orcs attack, and they almost failed. Like, they were supposed to go out and kill the war boss. The war boss came to them.
yeah.
Good.
And then we murdered the hell out of him.
Yeah, we just absolutely bitch slapped him. And then he ran away and we fucking... What do you mean we were supposed to go out there? You said we protect the fortress.
I said you had options. You
You
had the choice to fail.
Yeah. Well, we didn't fail, did we?
Yeah, you half-assed it.
Yeah, we didn't fail, so...
Let's get an additional uniform for parade use. 5
No.
points. Ah.
Veto.
Ooh, we could
I'd
add
say-
another favorite
okay.
heavy weapon.
I'm gonna
He
make...
said that at the beginning of
That's the
this.
very first thing I said. Alright, so one thing I'm gonna throw in there, since I haven't put anything and I've taken every other suggestion, is an extra frag grenade.
So just as a heads up, you already get 2 frags and 2 cracks.
Oh,
There's no harm in
Veto.
taking extra grenades, but you get 2 each.
Veto.
okay,
the
I'll
smoke.
take out the grenade. What the fuck is a micro bead?
It's
It's,
a comm system.
Yeah, it's an in-ear comm,
Okay.
so you can actually like communicate over the battlefield.
See, it's not a stupid idea. Not every time.
Just most of the times. I mean, what?
Exactly.
So what are photo visors? Are those the things that like nullify most flashbangs?
Yes.
We could get the option to replace our last guns with combat shotguns for 10 points.
Mm.
That comes with 4 clips.
So we will be Catachan, huh?
Well, you could have just picked the combat shotgun as one of your favorite weapons.
Yeah. That's a bit...
Yeah.
No, but then this would be a standard weapon, no?
We could make our
Okay,
last
I've got
carbine.
one. I've got one. I'm going to throw in there. I'm going to throw in the respirator or gas mask. to
How many
standard kit. That's 8
points do we
points.
have left right now?
It's our uniform, by the way. I missed that part.
Our uniform will be a nameless, tagless potato sack with holes in it.
Alright, so far we have 8, 60, 21, 22. We spent 23 points. We have 9 points left to spend.
For 5 points, we can add filtration plugs to our standard kit.
You might want to check if that's not already covered by the gas masks.
Oh, okay.
There's also survival suit for 8 points. What is exactly what does that do? Survival suit to standard kit.
I think we start out with that now.
No, you don't.
Ah, hell.
Oh shit! We maybe should have taken the single advanced med kit to the squad.
If I'm not mistaken, a survival suit is going to be a vacuum sealed suit.
Wouldn't that nullify?
You guys can always
mask
look
then?
into the armory and find out, just
Oh.
as a heads up.
Dude, there's fucking drugs in there. We can add 1 dose of slot to standard kit, which is combat
Fuck that.
drugs.
Fuck
Drugs.
that. That's cocaine. Get fringy on.
Well, it's stim and an injector.
Get fucking meth. Get meth.
No,
Shit.
we're not getting meth. That's not gonna help us.
What about a targeter to standard kit?
It's for
Hmm.
sharpshooters.
Oh, okay, yep.
I think maybe if we improved our last carbine from common to good, that might be a good investment.
Hang on. I can actually tell you what that does mechanically. Give me just a second.
So if we're gonna be using the weapon a lot, might as well have a better version of that weapon.
There is also a... Shit, I lost it. Where is it? What's a stummer?
Oh shit, 15 points. We can
It's
get
like, if I remember correctly, it's like a camo cloak, but for noise.
Oh, okay. Is there a camo cloak in here?
I
Okay,
don't think
so
so.
yeah, you can. Survival suits are basically for regulating temperature.
That's kind of worthless.
Is there a
Alright.
camo cloak anywhere here?
A respirator or gas mask is just a better variant of the filtration plugs.
Okay.
Well, I chose the respirator. We can always take that one out if we need more points. That was more just in case we got...
No, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, yeah, I thought so when I grabbed it. It's the only thing I've actually voted for, I think.
I mean,
Okay, so
filtration.
just a heads up. Since you guys are using the las carbine, if you increase its quality to good, let me see here. It gains the reliable quality.
Which
Ooh,
is...
it won't jam until you roll really high.
Okay, well...
Yeah, I'm about to explain that. Hang on.
How much does that cost?
That's only 5.
That's not bad at all.
Last
Reliable.
carbine...
Based on tried and true technology, reliable weapons seldom fail. Reliable weapons only jam on a modified hit roll of 0-0.
Okay,
Or
so is it to replace las carbine with an M36 las gun?
No, it's the topmost one. It's improve a single item of standard kit war gear from common craftsmanship to good craftsmanship.
So
And then you can-
how much better is the M36 las gun than the las carbine?
It's under the armory.
I think they're exactly the same, except for the last carbine has less range.
Yeah, it's and weighs less.
Oh yeah.
For 5 points, we can get drop harnesses for as standard kit.
I believe there's also a different change. I'm not sure if the last carbine gets access to the alternate firing modes as the las.
I can check. Hang on.
'Cause I think at the moment we've got 9 points left, so this is going to be our last big buy almost. I'd say it's between upgrading it to good to get reliable or upgrading it to M36 las gun because it gives us a bunch more range and less weight. That's the two where it's kind of between for me.
Okay. The las carbine does not get the variable firing settings.
We can only get one of these. We can only get las carbine to M36 las gun for extra range and fire modes, or we can upgrade the las carbine to good craftsmanship for less chance of jamming. Those are our options. We can either A, vote, B, flip a coin type roll.
I say we go to reliable.
Hojo?
Come back to me. I'm having a bunch of stupid thoughts right now.
Ice?
As opposed to
Thoughts less stupid. Come on, man. You're not supposed to be the stupid one. You should know that.
Ice? You there? God damn it.
He's dead, boss. He does this every time.
It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim.
But, yeah.
You don't understand, Hojo. It's worse than that. He's dead.
No, okay. Thanks for taking the time to sit with us, Leon.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Thanks for taking the time to sit with us.
Oh no, he offered. Yeah, we didn't ask him to sit with us. He offered. He wanted to sit in with us as we did this. This is his own doing, so he can't complain to anyone.
Well,
I wanted to do this just to make sure everything like went smoothly, since I didn't know how many people had experience doing this.
we have experience fucking it up. Ah! He's back!
I think this is going pretty good. I don't know what you're talking about.
You shut your mouth.
Ice.
Yeah?
Put your vote in. Would you vote for either upgrading to good craftsmanship, or for less chance of jamming, or would you vote for upgrading to an M36 lasgun, so it's lighter, more range, and has multiple firing modes?
I'm going for the upgrade to good quality.
Okay, it looks like that's what we're. Oh wait, no, actually no, it's 2 votes. It's to Hojo. What do you vote for? Because if you vote for one thing, I would be the deciding vote, I guess.
I would like the M36 last gun. Those alternate fire modes are pretty good.
So would I. Okay, so that leaves it a 50-50. Feljorn, do you want to do a dice roll of a D2?
Yeah, roll a D2. Roll a coin.
Roll a D2, Feljorn.
Yeah, hang on.
Roll the quarter.
Oh yeah, let me.
So before you start, one is upgrade to good, 2 is M36.
Okay, it looks
I
like you're
got
going
it.
for the M36.
M36. Okay.
Quarter was weighted.
From every side.
So let's see, that's... Let's see, 16, 26, 27, 28. We have 4 points remaining. Our last 4 points, gents.
A Minotaur manual. Wait, no, we can just talk to the fuckers on how to fix shit.
We could just add another knife.
We haven't added a single knife yet.
A single knife and 2 extra weeks worth of rations. So that way we have 2 knives in a month's
Well, no, because...
worth of
We could
food.
get that additional uniform.
veto.
But that's
How many points do we have left?
4.
There's no point to the additional one unless it's a parade one.
There's
They're
also...
coming back.
We could have an additional item of ubiquitous availability to the standard kit for 1 point. An additional... These ones I'm just about to say are the GM's discretion. An additional item of abundant availability for standard kit for 2 points. We could do that.
What does the Munitiatorum manual do?
I don't think anything other than like being a Bible.
It's like having a codex in Deathwatch, I would assume.
Yeah.
I think we should maybe go for the rations. That might be.
There's
Helpful.
also a stub revolver and 12 bullets for 3 points.
How much do the rations cost?
3 points. 2 weeks of additional ration packs for 3, so we can get that and then spend 1 point on maybe an additional item of ubiquitous availability to standard kit at the GM's discretion. So that'll be a choice.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
It does say GM's discretion for the ubiquitous availability to standard kit. Would you say on that, Phil Jordan?
Well, find the item and I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
I want some low sticks. Enough
Are
for the
they
bribe.
not already included?
Gosh, damn it! I don't. No.
Oh, well, I mean, you could do that. You could add a pack of smokes to your standard kit.
Yes.
Well, we better have cigarettes, because...
It's not an addiction if I'm about to die.
What about powdered grox?
Wait, they are in the dictionary. It's LHO sticks or something like that they're called.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cigarettes.
call them low sticks.
So where do we find the... does anyone know what page the additional items would be on?
It's probably going to be buried further into the armory.
Okay, so the Minotaur manual is a bunch of information about weaponry, supplies, and kits that the Garden Imperium utilize. Fucking low sticks. Too bad we can't get some spook. That would be fun.
We just want to do LSD out in the field.
Hell yeah. See
I
if we
was
can
all good
fuck
for
it
getting
up.
combat drugs. Like, I was totally up for that. Imagine us getting charged and about to get fucked and just sticking ourselves with drugs and then charging out to meet them.
Yeah, but slot just makes you faster. And Frenzen makes you go berserk.
I never specified on what type of drugs. I mentioned a few. I just said combat drugs would be nice.
Well, let's go back. Let's wipe some shit. We don't need the M36. We definitely don't need the respirator.
Why the fuck are we using a grapple?
So
We
we don't
need the
fucking
grapple.
fall.
No, we've decided against combat drugs. We've got 1 point left to spend. Let's just find this item so we can...
Yeah, let's do this.
Fucking microbead, that's what I would say we get rid of. 8 points for a fucking...
If you get rid of the microbead and we separate as a group, we will not be able to communicate with one another. Doesn't matter if we can hear each other in channel. We can't act on it.
What page is this armory?
We can make a big ass fire. And then the other group will know where we are. Hilariously. It can backfire.
Yeah, so the index doesn't list the armory.
Oh, we couldn't even get the combat drugs anyway. We'd have to have the doctrine for it.
Where are you looking at these items, Hojo? What page?
Hold up. It's at the end of the armory. Like way past the armory.
I couldn't find the armory in the index. What page are you on the PDF?
Let me find the page. I found it before, I can do it again. Well, I found cybernetics. Alright, for war gear, it's going to be page 197.
It doesn't say the cost of any of these, though.
Availability is what you're looking for.
Yeah, getting items in Only War is a little bit different from Death Watch. You keep the shit, don't use it. Chances are you won't live that long, and everything's based on like a roll with bonuses depending on how available it is, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah,
Because
the
the
UN
life of a guardsman is getting fucked by the bureaucracy.
Sometimes you just won't be able to get that thing you need.
What about demons, though? They tend to fuck guardsmen a lot too.
Chances are you won't even see them. You
Nice.
might not even see a picture of one.
That is true.
Saying something of ubiquitous availability, and I have not seen a single ubiquitous thing.
Think of an item that every person would have. You have thought of it.
That doesn't really tell us which ones are in that category, though.
No, but here's an example.
How about you guys just add an additional knife and we can move on?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna vote for LHO stick.
Yeah,
Or
let's
a stim,
take
huh?
this thing full circle. I vote for low stick.
All right. So you guys get a pack of low sticks as your last points for your
Yeah. What's this? Wait, what's a stick?
I'm
Someone
going
we
to
can't
stab
use.
you.
Wait, you know what a stim is? That's
No,
very.
I mean availability wise. I'm on the page. The listings are fucking retardedly placed out. So you look at something and you go down to the same page where it's all listed, and the thing will actually be listed like a page later, or in this case, 2 pages.
A stim is actually fairly expensive. Let's put it that way. It's expensive even for Death Watch members.
I can't even find it anywhere on this fucking. 1 sec. I'm finding this.
It's a drug.
I know
It's
it's
not
a
going to be
fucking
listed in
drug.
work.
Okay, its availability is average.
So no, that's a no.
What is ubiquitous on this scale? Like, is it less than average? I
Already
assume
figured
now?
it out. We
All
get
right,
cigarettes.
Yeah, we're getting cigarettes.
All right, cigarette. Man, fuck this rulebook.
No, hold on.
Fucking 9-year-old.
Hold on. I know we all agreed on low sticks, but maybe, perhaps,
No.
additional pair of underwear.
Whatever it is, no. So that has always been one of my major complaints with as good as these systems are. Their rule books are kind of infuriatingly constructed.
Yeah, they're laid out retardedly. You'll see something listed, and then some of the stuff that's there you'll see in a little table, and then the thing you'll want to find is either 2 pages above or below, even though it's right there. If this was a game UI, the dev would be fired unless... No, they probably wouldn't be. They should be.
I tried to tell you guys. I tried to tell y'all. Only Juicy believed me.
Okay. So does someone want to collate that list and just get us what your regiment's universal thing looks like?
Oh, it's there. It's already in log.
Okay.
So we got a chrono for 2 points, a grapple for 5 points, a micro bead for 8 points, gas mask / respirator for 8 points, upgrade to a carbine to M36 last for 5 points, add 2 weeks worth of additional ration packs to standard kit for 3, and LHO sticks for 1. My mass, I just looked over the mass there. I'm pretty sure that's 32, but someone else can confirm.
Alright, we have 9 minutes to do the last couple of steps before I gotta go to bed. There's already around 3 hours of sleep lost.
Okay.
Well, actually, everything beyond this is all roleplay stuff. Sort of the name of your world, the name of the regiment, where you come from, why were you, why was the regiment raised? Who's the commander, which is something that I'll be working on my end.
Okay. Maybe we could finally flesh out Octavian?
Flesh out what?
Octavian?
What's that? Oh, the
Planet.
shock trooper guy.
Go full circle?
That is an option. Wait, when do we get to choose melee weapon? I've just found melee weapon.
Never. Never. You have
Nope.
a knife, and you
Yep.
have another knife. Maybe. No, we never got that. You have cigarettes and a knife.
When was the option there? I never saw the option for a chainsword. I see it now here. I'm looking at the chainsword.
When you pick your class.
Inside the regiment.
Yes.
So I still have a chance to get either a sword or...
Yeah, isn't that based off your specialty?
Yep.
What's my specialty?
That's
dying.
your character.
Dying.
At one, not all at once, Jen.
You're the guy that gets his face smashed to the mud at boot camp. So you keep denying the gun.
Where do you choose specialty?
When you're making your character.
It's your class. We haven't reached character creation yet.
Okay.
So everybody keep their pants on.
No.
No.
My balls are swinging free.
You better watch out. The sheep might get him.
Bring him on.
The who?
Sheep.
I'm not in Wales.
No, you're in Scout.
I am in Scotland.
I'm still saying that we expand off of Octavian.
Oh man, we literally could have given ourselves spears as primitive weapons.
Shut the hell up!
And then our favorite weapon, our favored weapon could have been like a bolt las or something. Spears and muskets.
You're insane. You're insane. I'm losing sleep because of your insanity.
Well, the question is, can you use a Laslock as a Deathwatch Space Marine?
Yes. But why would you?
You wouldn't.
You show up to the armory, you're like, okay, so here's your bolt guns. Like, actually, can I have a Laslock, please? And like,
we're light infantry, like.
See, I tried that shit with the auto gun. It was just laughter.
Okay,
You
so hang
remember
on.
you were there.
We upgraded to the M36 las gun, right?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be able to edit that, or I can if need. Oh no, I can't edit.
Hang on, I'm doing it right now.
I mean, it makes sense as well. If we're light infantry and pulling flanks and stuff, the extra range will probably come in really useful.
On the alternative, if we got in close enough and had melta guns, we would never have to worry about distance ever again.
Isn't melta guns rare?
Remember, you could pick up to very rare.
There you go.
Well, it's too late. If anything I'm lamenting is the fact that we don't have cavalry.
We will get fucking horses in the field. Now look here, motherfucker.
You don't find horses in the field. You find
That's our
green
job!
skins.
To find shit!
Not horses for an entire regiment.
You're not looking hard enough. I'm not getting shot by a commissar. I don't know about you. I don't know what a commissar would be doing out there. But he ain't shooting me.
I don't care if I'm a news from Torm Priest at this point. I want a heavy flamer. Flamer.
Flamers are just fucking glorious.
Alright guys, I updated the list. Saint, if we can clear out the sort of the notes at the bottom.
Go. So you've got all the chrono standard kit and all that jazz, yeah?
Yep, it's in there.
Alright, cool. Is that including the flamer? And
no, those
Okay,
are
I'll leave those.
again, those are your favored weapons, not standard issue.
I'll put them above actually. I'll take them out and put them above.
I did want the auto gun. I did want the auto gun, I see.